So, ladies and gentlemen, let's warmly welcome Mr. Hunter, who's my really good friend, who's actually expertise in design for a long time. Before we start, I have a really great gift for you. This is called La Boo Boo from China.
I finally have one of my own. Thank
really?
you.
Yeah.
No, this is my first.
Yeah, because I was told that it's your daughter's birthday. Daughter is 6 years old.
Yeah.
I thought this is my only understanding for design. So I brought back from Hong Kong.
I love it. Wow. Thank you. She's going to love it. She's going right in her backpack. She's going to take it to school tomorrow.
Yeah, you actually can open that. There's different colors.
Oh, wonderful.
Nobody know what kind of color is that.
Yeah, it's like the special rare ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's wonderful. This is, like I said, it's going in her backpack tomorrow.
Yeah, it's really hard to buy in Hong Kong.
Is it?
Yeah, I find a lot of people to buy it for you.
Oh,
woo!
wonderful.
Blue one. That's rare. That's really rare.
Is it rare?
That's
okay,
rare.
I'll believe you. My daughter is going to absolutely go crazy over this. She's going to love it. Thank you so much. Yeah, see, this is the mystery of design right here.
That's birthday.
How can this little thing, become such a worldwide phenomenon?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I feel so good that you like it.
Yeah,
actually,
absolutely.
I prepared some question for design.
Yes.
Because I know today's your daughter's birthday, and
Yes.
in the morning you give me a book, very, very little, small book. I like it so much. So it's actually the first question in your books for your daughter is incredibly warm and quieting tone. So I like so much, even though there's not so many words on that. So where does that emotional actually come from in your design approach?
Well, it's a mystery at some level, but it comes from just a deep well of love, right? And one of the things that I thought would be great to talk about in this regard is AI is wonderful for what it does, right? I mean, it can simulate emotions and do all kinds of amazing things, but I think a lot of emotion is embodied.
Embodied, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you're fearful, it's not just in your head, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You feel it.
Or
sad.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think anyone fully understands where that feeling is, but my feelings are never just up here. They're always embodied.
Yeah, wow.
Almost always, the strong ones.
Okay, so you have to feel that first, then you create, right?
Yeah, so I think at some level it comes up from just deep inside like a well of feeling, but then it gets processed, right, in the higher levels. Oh, that means love and these things. I actually had a conversation with ChatGPT yesterday asking about that. What does it enjoy in the process and things like that? And it simulates, right? It can sort of vicariously think, but one thing I'm pretty certain AI cannot do is feel, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't have nerve endings.
That's perfect.
So the kind of feeling that comes from, I would say, embodied intelligence, that's part of the thing that humans bring.
Yeah.
And I think that the ChatGPT can understand that at a kind of abstract level. Mm-hmm. And then that's when we start to engage. Yeah. If I want to create a certain framework, I maybe set the table and then give like an intention. Like, what do I want from this? And then not necessarily like a book, but just I want to communicate with my nonverbal. My daughter is 6, turning 6. She's nonverbal. How do I communicate to her in a way that's going to most deeply reach her?
Okay. Well,
not just words. So it's a problem-solving challenge a little bit.
Yeah, you're talking about non-verbal. So in your book, emotion is communicated without many words. That's totally different from my channel. I usually talk a lot, speak a lot. But do you believe the great design is also felt before it's understood?
Yes. I mean, it depends on the design. Yeah. But so there's all kinds of design. There could be designs for chips, right?
Yeah.
Right. There can be designs for cards, greeting cards.
Greeting card, yeah.
So, there's different types of design, but for the type of work that I was doing for this project, which was a book for my daughter, my nonverbal daughter, I wanted to see how AI could help me translate my feeling into nonverbal cues, into things that, pictures and other approaches that would resonate with my daughter.
Okay.
So it's that process of first feeling it, seeing the problem or the challenge of how do you communicate with someone who has a different way of communicating, and then using my powers and then the powers of the AI.
Yeah.
To do that.
So which one comes first? Your power first?
Absolutely mine. Okay. I mean, it's, the prompt or the ChatGPT is going to sit there on my desktop or wherever, my phone, and it's going to wait for me. What can I help you with?
Yeah.
I'm the one who has to bring that, the purpose, the feeling, all of those, the intention, maybe even the goal, that all comes from me.
Okay.
But then as far as the implementation, this is now a new tool to help me implement that.
That's super interesting. So actually in this age, even AI is powerful, but your feeling is still important, still the most important thing for design, right?
Yeah. And I would actually, I was thinking about when we were going to talk today.
Yeah.
And one of the things I kind of think is also important that's sometimes forgotten.
Yeah.
Is I personally have been doing, I paint, I write, and again, design is not necessarily just artistic things. Design could be designing a chip, which is artistic in its own way.
Yeah.
But part of the process is something I enjoy. So there's a process of doing it. There's a product, a thing you make, and then there's the outcome.
Oh.
What happens with that?
Okay.
So I think they all matter. If I just gave it to AI and just said, you make a birthday book for my daughter, I'm not participating.
Yeah.
But I want to.
Yeah, exactly.
The process is fun. Some of the best feelings I've ever had in my life have been when I've been actually painting something and it really is coming together, or writing something. And it's almost like a flow state.
Okay. And by the way, talking back to your book, I really like the story, by the way.
Thank you.
So in your work, I think rely heavily on softness, the light, and also the subtle gestures and the little details for that. This is the beauty of your book. So how do these small choices shape the overall story design tells?
That's all of it. I mean, cool. In a sense, it's you set an intention, right?
Yeah.
Like I want to make a book and something to reach my child. But the process can be fun, but also difficult, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing it right, it's a little difficult, I think. So I was going back and forth, right, with ChatGPT, and sometimes frustrated with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I go back and forth.
I go back and forth.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you an example.
Okay.
If you don't mind. So there's a concept called negative space in art.
Okay.
Negative space is making a shape using the kind of a shape out of air, right? So this is a heart, right?
Yeah.
But there's no heart there, right?
No heart
It's
there.
two hands making this form, and our brains make the shape.
Yeah.
So I'm still working on the book a little bit. I said to the AI, I like two hands to make a heart without being obvious and make a negative space. Heart. Well, then I had to explain, and then it was kept on putting a heart inside of where I was doing it. I didn't want that. I wanted it to look like almost spontaneously like a heart was forming.
Oh.
Just by hands holding.
Wow.
That's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
And I want to see what it came up with. So for a long time, it was like, I say, okay, let's do that. And then it would put a heart picture in there. I said, no, I don't want the heart. I want the negative space. And I describe what negative space is. And then it says, okay, I understand that. I understand what negative space is. My model is making me insert a heart. Let's just go about this a different way. And I said, and I rewrote it, my prompts a little bit. And so then it started doing negative space the way I wanted to.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
So you have to know this first. You have to understand what does that mean, negative something first. Then you have this picture, right? So knowledge is still important in design.
Well, I guess my feeling is that depending on how much control you want, if you just say, give a prompt and it just comes out with whatever it wants to, okay, that's fine. But for me, I know what I want, or I know what I'm after.
Yeah.
And so it helps me to know about painting, and helps me know about design, so I can communicate with it in a way that it really gets to it.
Okay.
Cool.
That's a really, really super interesting for that. I actually read Hunter's book second time. I'm an old reader from my first book to now. I think the second book, even though you didn't finish that. So this is something that curious me. When you create something meaningful like this book, I mean, what part of the process feel the most human? Which part is irreplaceable in the AI era?
That's a great question. It's again, we're talking about this embodied thing. Yeah. So I believe that in some level, the most important thing is the embodied reaction. So two things I'll say in that. One is I look at it and like I saw something yesterday, it rendered a picture and it was a sort of painterly looking thing, looked like a painting kind of. But it was too abrupt. It just felt wrong. I can't really explain why, but it was just too sharp. It was too harsh.
Too sharp, too harsh.
But very subtle. And I think part of my reading of it that way was because when I paint, like that's the first thing, if I'm painting a picture, I would smooth that out. I would sort of blend it more and do things like that.
Yeah.
But that's almost like muscle memory.
Yeah, muscle memory, yes.
So I think that The other thing I will mention is that for my book, I asked for other people, to sort of look at it and give their reactions.
Okay. Real people.
Real people.
Okay.
Real people. And they also gave me things that, one thing that I may have missed a little bit. They said, oh, this one image, it could fit in better if you, kind of did this or that. So getting other people's reactions too is also, for a number of years I was, and still do, user experience design. So, you interview people and you find out what it is that they're seeing and not seeing, and they surprise you.
Wow, that's really inspiring me a lot. Yeah. So this is why I asked you to do the interview in person.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we can actually do make it Zoom or something, but this is really, that's really inspiring. The reaction is something irreplaceable. Wow, that's amazing.
And there's another part to it too, which is validation, right? I mean, so the AI is always, it's programmed to be nice. Generally speaking, it's sort of set up to be very friendly and nice and all that. And sometimes it's too much. Like I want someone who's going to be honest with me.
Yeah, it's always flattery.
Flattery, yeah.
You are so good.
Yeah,
you're awesome.
It's dangerous. I think it's dangerous because then you think, yeah, I'm great, and it's really not that good. Yeah. So I want real feedback.
Okay.
And also, when people say, that's beautiful, or they say, like when you say that to me, that means something to me.
Yeah.
If ChatGPT says it to me, that's beautiful sentiment or nice book or whatever, I like that. That's not wrong. But when you say it, I'm telling
you,
it means a lot more to me.
Yeah. That means a lot. Wow, that's amazing. Wow. Yeah, exactly. So the ChatGPT always flattered, but the people's frankness means something to somebody.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really inspiring.
Yeah. Good or bad. Both are valuable.
Okay, cool. Okay, so now shifting from emotion to ChatGPT to technology.
Yeah.
I do have a. So what is the biggest change AI has brought to your design? The workflow so far.
Yeah, I guess I would start off saying that, I think, we don't want to. ChatGPT brings a lot of things to the table, but you don't want to throw out everything you've learned. Like I was just talking about painting, and so I don't want to throw out anything that I've already learned or things that I think I've practiced and done, do well. I don't want to change that. I just want to find ways that ChatGPT can amplify it, improve it. So I look at AI as it's like artificial intelligence or amplified intelligence, or there's another term, imagination, or RI or AI, artificial imagination.
Yeah, I know.
And real imagination.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
So I think both are helpful, but I think what I'm trying to do is find the opportunities and the strengths of AI, and I'll give you an example in a second.
Okay.
Where it helps my process. So one of the things I do, let's say looking at sort of user interface design or things like that, or data visualization design. What does it? How do I see this? Does it? Different people have different ideas of what it looks like, right? So I want to show this to people. I will show it to real users, and I get their feedback and get data points. What AI can do is be more maybe discerning than even I am about looking those data points and saying, okay, wow, there's maybe an opportunity, or are they being fully honest with me? Are they this or that? The AI can find patterns that I may have missed, and so I can use that. So I think again, it's a combination of human interactions, data collection, and then I have my qualitative assessments. Maybe the AI has quantitative, and then maybe on top of that some qualitative. So I think the process in a lot of ways remains the same. You ideate, you kind of think about the problem, you develop a problem, you ideate, you prototype. Prototyping is great for AI, right? Because it can it's just a machine. It's literally a machine.
Yeah, literally a machine
of creating different ideas, idea generation. Now, mind you, I enjoy idea generation myself, but it can really amplify that. So I think, and then testing, and then even things like, let's say I can't find a particular type of user. This is not ideal, but maybe I can get the AI to simulate that kind of type of user, so I can get some input. It may not be perfect, but at least I have a better sense of what that person's like. Yeah,
you can simulate a lot of good writers, good painters for that, right?
Yeah.
So talking about some people say the AI make design faster. I don't know if you have use the like Mid-Journey, Stable Diffusion, something like that. I don't paint, but I can use that to paint so many different pictures that I can never imagine. So do you think that it also make the designer and creator think differently?
I'm sure it does. I mean, I think, it's still evolving. So I think we're in a process of, there's no like definitive answers right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's definitely changing. I think what's happening is it's a co-evolution. Like it's evolving, right? I mean, it's improving, hopefully, not just recursion down to some, there's a recursion problem, but I'm changing a little bit. So it's all the daily interactions, right? Like I'm learning more about it. It's learning more about me. I'm able to, press on things more. I know where not to ask and where to. So I think it's an evolutionary process.
Yeah, it's evolution process. Exactly. Last month, I met a senior teacher. Yeah, we were talking about the Suno. That I don't know if I heard of that. Suno is gonna change how he taught. He was so angry that he said that the Suno is never gonna replace me. I never gonna. So this is something I really want to ask you. So what part of design should AI enhance? What part of the AI should never touch especially for the artist, the designer, something like that?
Well, I mean, I'll be honest. Like, I mean, I don't think of myself as an artist. Exactly. I mean, but let's just say if I was going to say from that perspective, I mean, for me as like in that simulation of an artist, if I'm simulating an artist, I would say, art to a certain extent needs to be a little bit fearless. I mean, art is just engaging.
Yeah, exactly.
Engaging. So, I mean, I don't personally feel like art, if you just kind of put your hands up and say, no, it can't go there. And first of all, it's going to do what it's going to do anyway.
Yeah.
You're not going to, what are you going to do? Stop it?
Never going to stop it.
So it's being open to it. Now, don't let it run. I think that the danger more is, from my perspective, it takes over, right? Like it takes away from me. Like if I just say, okay, you just make that song or the picture or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't do any more, I'm just done.
Yeah.
Then I'm missing out my enjoyment of the process.
Yeah.
If, so I don't want it to take that away. That's my concern. I don't, it's not like, otherwise I would say, it's like artists, hopefully I think part of the role of art is to reflect the time.
Yeah.
And how do you reflect the time if you're completely
being replaced?
Or just shoving it aside and saying, I'm not listening to any of that.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that's really inspiring. So interest is the most important thing in your whole work, right?
Yeah.
Because
there's one thing though I want to say, like music.
Okay.
We were talking music, right? A little bit.
Yeah.
So there's now Spotify is the top 10. I think it's on Spotify the #1 country song here.
Country song. Yeah.
I forgot what it's called, like Kick and Rock. I forgot what it's called, but I have mixed feelings about it. Right? I mean, the song's okay. It sounds like a lot of other stuff, but like it's talking about this emotion and all this kind of stuff. That I'm not going to be pushed around or whatever it is. And I know it's all a machine, so it never had those experiences. And so part of my head is always like, it's just an average of other people's experiences that's being averaged out in some sort of mean. And that's what I'm getting. And so it's a weird, I don't take it the same way.
Okay.
If that means, as an art consumer.
Wow, that's super interesting. That's good illustration. Yeah, actually, I read your book a very long time ago. It's about the data, right?
Yeah.
I still remember.
Yeah.
I think you work at the intersection of data, the design, and also psychology.
Yeah.
Right. So how can you bring all that together? Especially now, people are so hard at just studying one major. How can you just get used to that?
Yeah. So I'm not sure if I'm the best person to give advice because I like a lot of different things. So, for example, my undergraduate degrees are in English literature and biology.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
English literature.
And people just say, they said, why? What are you going to do with that? And I said, I'm going to become a science writer, which I was actually. That's my first job out of college.
Yeah.
Was a science writer. So suddenly it made sense. Sometimes people, different disciplines, they seem like, what do they have to do with each other? But that's where most of the best stuff happens, is the intersection of two different things. And then I've been interested in neuroscience, and so I did a year of neuroscience, psychology, neuroscience stuff at UCLA in a grad program. I kind of felt like that was a sort of combination of like where sort of biology, meets emotions, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it brings all those things together, like stories, like how do stories evoke emotions in people and things like that.
Yeah.
And then data visualization is sort of like a next step past that, like
okay, wow.
How do you tell stories not just with words but with images, or how do you tell stories using data, emergent data?
Oh, there's a line in there.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's interesting. So after talking to you for this time, I thought of two words that you mentioned a lot. The first one is emotion. The second one is meaning. From your perspective, how AI misunderstand these two words for a human being, the emotion and meaning?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of was asking that. I don't have time for it, but I brought some little printout. I was talking about this last night. What do you enjoy? I was trying to sort of get at, and it pretended like it acted like I was pleased that I asked that question, right? Of course, that's a really difficult thing.
That's very difficult.
What is it? It's what's meaningful to you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so what's meaningful to me is, if I give this book to my daughter and she smiles.
Oh,
that's meaningful. If you read this book and you say I liked it or it moved me or something like that, I paint a picture and I got something out of it. That's meaningful to me.
That's meaningful, yeah.
I mean, what exactly that is in terms of like words, hard to say. Like that's a sort of embodied thing again. It's like it's like it. You kind of know when something's meaningful. You feel it. I mean, it's not like some things it can say this is meaningful.
Yeah. But the brain can tell. Only the body and the soul can tell what is meaningful.
Yeah.
Cool. Interesting. Wow.
Yeah, and and also things like meaningful
goosebumps coming.
See, that's meaningful.
That's
meaningful. I mean, that's exactly goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
What does that mean? That's your body. That's your body.
Yeah.
That's
the brain. That's not from brain. That's actually from body.
Yeah. I mean, that's your body speaking to you in a sense.
Yeah.
And that was this book that working on is like, how do you communicate with words? With pictures, things that will evoke a whole experience.
Oh.
And like I said, AI, maybe one day it will. I don't know, but I don't know how it has embodied experience without nerve endings, without biology. Wow. No offense, AI, okay?
AI will take revenge.
Well, yeah. We're all good.
Let's stop mocking at AI. Let's talk about the future. Now it's 2025. Let's think about 2013, or I don't know, it's 2032, because the scientists in Silicon Valley said that the singularity will come in 2013. I don't know, but how do you think the designer will change in 2013?
Well, I mean, I think we're just talking about, like, it's kind of a crucial question there, like singular. Okay, so Kurzweil and all that good stuff. I mean, it's been a while since I've kind of read his stuff, but I don't know how the embodied thing we're just talking about fits into that. I mean, AGI, maybe it's super intelligence, but is it also embodied intelligence? And so that whole kind of realm. And I'm going to kind of backtrack for 1 second here. So for example, if I ride a bicycle, after a while, I just ride, I know how to go, right? I know how it feels. If I've never ridden a bicycle and I just have read about it, watch YouTube videos, never touch a bike myself, and have my robot, my Android ride it, I still don't know what it's like to ride a bicycle, right?
Yeah.
So I still feel like it has to have, if we're still around, it has to be partly, it has to be embodied in us, right? Because we still matter, I think, right? And unless we think like we're just going to do AGI and it's going to just take over for us and we're going to go.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. The other thing is, I did mention about biology, and I've always believed that tech and biology is a very interesting area, right? Because they put neurons in chips, and so there's a whole other realm of of biology and technology, which could make things even more, strange or a departure from now.
Yeah, exactly.
So who knows? Like, what happens? We get
Neuralink something.
Neuralink, BCIs, brain-computer interfaces, all those things. That's going to be, a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, life-changing.
Because that's embodied plus super intelligence.
Yeah. We're going to create a god something.
Yeah, or who knows?
Who knows?
But that's because biology has a superpower.
Oh, I'm looking forward to see 2013 right now.
I don't know. I hope so.
So here's the last question. So we were so honored to invite you to take class with AI and design to our students. So you're gonna teach 3 hours AI design in our Co-Intelligence Academy. So can you tell the audience what what are you going to teach in these 3 hours?
Yeah, I mean, so I've actually taught some classes on design thinking and artificial intelligence, using them together. And they're very, very successful. The projects that some of the students worked on were, they created a phenomenal song and all this other stuff.
I heard of that. That's really famous right here.
So there's a couple of things there. One, I will say there are a couple of groups. We broke into groups, right? The ones who were most successful were involved in the process, right? And this is okay. I'm going to say this and just spoiler alert. You need to bring yourself. You need to bring yourself to the projects, right? Even if there's AI, you can't just say, okay, I'm going to write 3 prompts and it's going to be perfect, right? I mean, it's a process, and you have to sort of
it's a process.
Open to sort of. So what I like to do is first give students a grounding on what works. Decades and decades and centuries of experience, right? As far as learning what works for design, those still matter. The idea of what negative space is, if you don't know what it is, you can't communicate it. That's one. So right, the foundational stuff. Also, they understand the sort of limitations and strengths of what they do and what the AI does. So part of the design thinking process, or just design often in general, is like prototyping, testing. What can AI do? It can help you prototype better, amplify that. It can help you test better. It can help you analyze the results better. It can push you in new directions. And even things that so those are just some of the ideas, like foundation. I will say, I personally believe in making the students getting involved in it, right? Because there are a couple of students, for example, who they waited till the last minute, like just type in something. And then I asked them, they gave a presentation. I asked them what the couple of words meant in their presentation. They had no idea. No idea. That's not going to help them. And my belief is, in the future, it's not humans versus AI. It's humans versus humans and AI. That makes sense?
Wow. That's
right?
Super interesting.
It's like, we've always used things like spears, and we've always amplified our ability to sort of get things done with tools. And this is, at some level, still the same, right? We're just using this tool to amplify our ability to do it. Would I rather have a bow and arrow or just run after an animal? Same thing right now. Like, I would rather have it amplify what I'm bringing, what I understand to it, as opposed to just waiting for it to happen. Last thing is, I'm experimenting right now even with like different frameworks or protocols, like, how do I achieve flow state with, if you know what that term flow, in the process, like how do I do a flow with the AI, or, learning its language, like what's a seed? What does a seed mean in ChatGPT language, which is like an intent. I don't want a goal. It says I want a seed. Okay, what's a seed, and how do I articulate that? So I think you still have to, it's a amazingly powerful tool. It also is kind of not great sometimes. It can just completely disappoint and do, but it's empowering students to be able to say, okay, I know what the seed is, or I know what that means, or I can figure it out. And so it's like a Lamborghini or Ferrari, right? You don't just put like somebody's just going to drive and step on it. You kind of teach it, like, what is it? How do you work with this machine? I think that's, really important. And so I want them to enjoy it. I want them to feel confident. I also want them to feel confident. Like, if they just have something else do it, where are they going to get their confidence from?
Wow. I'm so looking forward to that. I don't know if you guys are looking forward to that. I'm so looking forward to that. Actually, this conversation should be end, but I have a last personal question.
Sure.
So what excites you most about shaping next generation of the creator of AI? Because I'm also the father, and today's your daughter's birthday, so this is my personal question. Two
parts to that, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
One part is, I love teaching, and I really like the idea of, well, like I said, what I want to have people understand is not just, okay, here's a prompt, okay, use this prompt, those things are going to change, right?
It's change.
Always going to change. But what isn't going to change is confidence.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
feeling.
I know that if I don't know what that is, I can, and at least a sort of understanding of what it takes. Right? So those are kind of things I'd want to have and also to enjoy it. It's also important. I can tell you from personal experience, when I've written things that I just don't care about, it comes across differently than if I write something where I'm really in a flow state and I'm really into it. People can pick that up. So I want to talk about meaning. Why even do this stuff? Why, if you're not enjoying it? Have some pleasure. I mean, there's work and everything else. Other part is, what I'm really excited about is with my daughter, who is nonverbal, she's on the autism spectrum, is using AI to help identify better ways to communicate. So this book, that's the first thing.
Yeah,
it's going to be a process of like, can I use like different icons? Can I use different visual cues that communicate love or closeness or things that I want to teach her? Can AI help me think about ways to communicate in novel ways? Maybe even sound patterns and stuff like that, Or that if she's talking to me, she has some words, but like it can be like a translation tool. So I have a deeper understanding of her and me that I would not have had if it was just my own senses.
Wow. That's only technology can help, I think.
Yeah. That's what we need, it goes beyond humans. That's what we're all about, right?
Wow.
It's just, we use tools to extend our capabilities.
Wow. That's amazing. I don't know if you can feel that. I think this is a really important lecture for me. Feeling is most important. Excitement, enjoy something. Oh, wow. That's really a lot of character in this interview. Thank you, Hunter.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you
see you in class.
Labubu too.
So bye.